Good morning, traders. Having trouble getting going this morning. There's many things I keep running into, computer problems. ThinkorSwim dropped its connection right when I got all set up. The clock was not running again. I don't know what's going on. But we're here. Hopefully, I'm not too far delayed. And can you mute your microphones for me, please? You're bleeding over on the channel, on the live stream. Makes it hard for people to hear. I appreciate your participation. Just hit that little mute button. We have about 3 minutes to go. I did see Wheeler moving this morning, and something else was moving as well. I think it was RDHL was moving this morning. I don't know where it's gone to now. Of course, our market's open. It's not going to be there for us. If you're new here, about 6:30, I'll do a walkthrough. Let's get through this market open, pre-market. See what pops up. Let me go ahead and start muting these microphones. Mac Damara, could you mute your microphone for me, please? Thank you very much. All right, about 45 seconds to go. Guess I'm going to start calling you guys out, embarrass you in front of everybody to mute your microphones. You shouldn't rely on me to do it for you. I've got a job to do here. Good morning to everybody on YouTube and Discord. Make sure your chart's set on EXT or you won't be able to trade. Looks like General Motors making a small move here. We still got about 30, 40 seconds to go. All right, let's see what happens here. Good luck to you. We'll be watching this column right here for volume spikes. This column over here is watching 30 minutes back for anything that's been moving. We're watching for the bullish signal and that stock to start rising to the top, or it may just start right here and start going up. This one's now bullish, bearish, switching back and forth. Not seeing too much happening yet. If you're new here this morning, we're watching this column for volume spikes. As soon as something starts spiking, it will be shown right here in this column. Any stock that makes the slightest move is going to show up right here. And these are the stocks that's been moving for the last 30 minutes. Now we just need one to start spiking. Little penny stock here bouncing around a little bit. It's now moving up. And just like that, it's gone. Good morning to you. BCDA having a rough start here with these big red candles. Don't know if I would trust that one or not. It looks promising, but what happened here? Good morning to everyone just popping in. Glad you could make it. Not much happening this morning. Hopefully it gets a little bit better than this. If you're new here, I'll do an introduction about 6:30. I'll do a walkthrough, let you know what's going on your screen, who I am, what I do, what you can do. So I'll be testing the new pullback scanner again today. I made some major changes to it last night. Just trying to get it right. But I'm working on it. Hopefully I'll get it done here soon. Yeah, Robert. I mean, yours is kind of working, but everyone that has it now, I'm way far from that when I just threw it out there for testing. It was kind of all over the place. I'm fine tuning it in to just the stocks we really need. But the overall production was good. I just needed to fine tune it. Well, you know, when I did these indicators and stuff like this, it was kind of like when I turned them on, I could say, wow, look what's going on. Well, I don't get the wow out of that scan yet. I need the wow factor. Not too good of a morning this morning. 6:09, not much happening. A couple of little pop here and there, and then they disappear. Wheeler was moving, but has pulled back. RDHL was moving and has pulled back. That was before our market was open, so we didn't have a shot at them. You are welcome, Robert. Hollywood, I don't understand your question. I don't know what those are. That you're referring to the stocks in the list. No need to apologize. We all need humor. Looking for anything right now. I'm looking through all my scans, trying to find something. Malik, there's only a slight difference in them, so yeah, you should get pretty close to the same results. Waiting for something to pop up. Pretty slow start this morning. We need this volume spike to take off and the numbers start rising rapidly. They're both pullback strategies, V6 and V4. And it's not really a pullback strategy, it's a setup that I call the pullback strategy. So this itself is not the pullback, the stock is the pullback. But I like doing the pullback on this setup, if that makes sense. Good morning to everyone who's just popping in. We're patiently waiting on a stock to move. Nothing seems to be really going. We have a penny stock moving here slightly. Don't know how far it will go. They keep popping in and disappearing. They're not real strong. Enjoy your coffee while we wait for something to pop in. If something's moving, it'll come to us. It'll show up right here in this column. That one's only moving pennies at a time. Nothing impressive. Might be impressive for the penny stock players, but not for me. Give us something we can at least get a dime out of, or 20 cents. Can someone check my delay for me, please? I'm getting a warning from YouTube that the stream is weak. That just means on their end. It doesn't mean on mine. Thank you, Trader22. Thank you. So we're all about the same. I almost didn't get it going this morning. I did 2 restarts just to get it going. Then the clock was frozen again. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. I think it's ThinkorSwim. I really do. But then YouTube had an issue this morning as well. Therefore, I just got that other warning of video stream is weak. If they could get their end together, I wouldn't have any problems over here. Fighting the battle, that's what we're doing. Migration, YouTube issues. People can't upload the open shared links. When will it end? That's good. We don't have too bad of a delay. ATXI, penny stock, moving a few cents at a time, or I should say 1 cent or a half a cent at a time. Looks like more like a half a cent. Trading pennies, you wouldn't believe how many times I've done that. I'm beginning to believe that don't work. Good morning to everybody just popping in. I stopped doing roll call. It got too long for me. Just know that I know you're here and you're welcome, and thank you for joining us. Kenny, that's true, but I don't make any money when people are watching on Discord. And donations are slow, so I kind of need everybody over on YouTube to make up the difference. With that said, thank you, Patreon subscribers, for believing in me and showing me that this is working for you. With your Patreon support, I really appreciate it. It helps us keep things going. We are raising money to increase the viewers on live stream on Discord. Like every time I turn around, Discord wants a couple $100 more, that one being $500. But we're not quite there yet. We're trying. Don't forget to like the live stream for me. That helps me as well if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Of course, there's not much happening this morning, but you'll enjoy it when the money's coming in. As we watch these stocks, if you like the live stream, click the like button for me. That helps as well. Unfortunately, we're having a slow morning this morning. We had a fairly good morning yesterday. I think that started around 7 o'clock. Maybe we'll have a good 7 o'clock this morning. Because 6 o'clock was not impressive. Don, in your scans, make sure you have EXT checked on the time in your scans. Yeah, Wheeler's been teasing us all morning. It's not going anywhere, I don't believe. The run was back here before our market opened. It's done nothing but pull. All right, if you're new here, I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I write my own scripts, and I give them away and teach people how to use them, hopefully with the results to bring them profitable. And it seems to be very successful. And I thank you for joining us this morning, and I'm getting another stream warning from YouTube. So if we get delayed here, I'll just keep on going. So this volume spike indicator, I shortened the name of it at VS, stands for volume spike. This is the first indicator I developed, and it's looking for any change in volume, whether it be up or down in any stock. So as soon as it starts moving up or down, you'll see a bullish or bearish, depending on the direction. Out of this indicator came many other indicators. This label's working off of this same script, and this label's working off of this same script. These buy arrows and spike arrows are working off of this same script, and this momentum indicator is working off the same script. So all of these indicators are working together to find the best possible stocks. This momentum indicator is looking back 30 minutes for any stock that's moving. So the slightest movement, it gets a low number. The more it's been moving, the higher the number. When we get a spike over here, we immediately come down to this current volume bar and make sure that the stock has enough volume for us to get in and out safely. We watch for the moving averages to cross over. This is the 5, this is the 13. I like to see the 5 go above the 13 and these green arrows start kicking in. That's when we make our decision to get in or not. This label up here, well, not this one, but this is the bid, spread, and ask. I have this script up there as well. It's going to turn green once you set your spread limit. If it exceeds it, it'll turn red. We're also monitoring this current candle. There's a bullish and bearish up here that you can't see. And when this candle's bullish, it'll pop in and say bullish or bearish, and I need to check that. It looks like it's not there. This is the overall volume of the stock. I have this symbol here tells you if there's more sellers or more buyers in the overall volume of the stock. Right now, there's more buyers. And I started thinking about this a while back, and we can't really calculate this in our head. We only know for a split second if the buyers or sellers are still there. So I converted volume into a line chart. And what we get here is the green line is going to be the buyers, which would be positive volume. It's not really buyers. So as the volume's increasing and the price is rising, we get a green line going up. As the volume is increasing and the sellers are coming in, we get a red line going up. So we can monitor volume right here to determine if the buyers outnumber the sellers. This lets us hang into the stock longer. Once you see a crossover like this, the stock takes off because the buyers outnumber the sellers. Down here is low volume. Up here on the indicator is high volume. So as the volume's increasing, these lines are going up. They do not mean that the price is going to go up because the angle of these lines are going up. This is simply an increase in volume and a decrease in volume. So never trade off my screen. Sometimes I am delayed, and sometimes I am frozen, and sometimes the clock don't work. But anyhow, never trade off of my screen. You can get all of these indicators and things off of our Discord channel by first visiting our YouTube channel. Over on YouTube, I have all the videos from the birth of this first indicator all the way to current. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I'll put the link in the chat window here. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch the videos, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know what kind of a job I'm doing. It also lets me know what kind of a job I'm doing and lets me know that you're interested in my product. Everything is free to join our Discord. There's a link in the description of every video to join Discord. I'll post a link here this morning, but make sure that you go over to Discord, to YouTube as well, and subscribe. Help me make a few pennies to pay for all this free information I'm putting out. Over on Discord, you'll find this software over in current setup. As soon as you subscribe, if you're new to Discord, head over to Start Here. There's a list of things to do, where everything is located, where you should start, where you should go, where you get help. Just click the Start Here channel and it'll direct you. You'll find these scripts in current setup. You'll find the how-to videos if you have trouble installing scripts, labels, or indicators. You'll find our trading floor where there's Gregster and River Place Stat doing their due diligence on stocks and posting those that they find. There's other people posting stocks as well. Even I post a few every now and then. So you may want to visit the trading floor. You could find a good stock play there. Over in Options Trader, we got It's Me Bob. He is the king of options. He's a very good one to listen to. He's great at what he does, and he occasionally holds a live stream when he has enough participants. So join him in his live stream for more information on options. He'll take you up a little bit more on them. I think he also offers a private course if you're interested. I don't know if he's still doing that, so don't take it to heart. But I thank you for joining us this morning. I hope you're having a blessed day as we wait on the next stock to start moving. VVOS, that would be a pullback right there. See if we can get this candle to close and get it to run back up from 7 to 8.14. That would be nice. That candle did close. Let's see if we get a bounce here from 7 to 8.14. It should return right back up into this area somewhere. Not seeing a whole lot of volume, so be careful if you decide to get into this. It's quite low. It's trying. Let's see where it goes. I don't like the volume on it, but what else do we have? I'm not liking its movement either. I'm going to stay clear of it. Looks like the volume's fading away. And because I said that, it'll go up to $35 or so. That's how these things work. You know, you don't get in and they go up. There it goes. I told you. This is what you call a pullback strategy. We wait for a stock to run up. This is the first initial buyers. They start taking profit. When they're done taking profit, we try to get in and catch the next bounce up, which is usually stronger than the first run up. I don't like the way this one's working because we don't have enough buyers in the stock. It is creeping up. So be careful if you're in it. Take profits when you think you need to because it could just drop. When volume's that low, profit takers take their profit and they can drop it down fast when the volume is that low. Yeah, when you see a 25-cent spread and a possible dollar, you know they're trying to get to you. There's that dollar, though, that I was talking about. This strategy works probably 80-90% of the time. Might be higher than that if we could get enough stock plays. If you're in it, I would definitely be out. I think it's unfair they jack the spread up like that when we finally get a play. Especially 25% of what it could go up. I thought about it, but when the volume's this low, I don't know. I lose interest. I could have sat on it, but onward through the fog, give me another one. It's in the past. Robert, I'm totally different on the setup this morning. I did a lot of work to it last night. So it's not active right now for me. I actually don't know how it's going to perform when the market opens. About 20 minutes to go before 7 o'clock. That's probably going to be the next run up. You have time. You probably have time to go get coffee, stretch your legs, whatever you got to do. Wheeler's still bouncing around. BVOS still bouncing around. It may channel in this level here. You may could get a piece of it again if it continues to bounce back and forth. Don't know if I'd chance it with that low of a volume, though. Thank you, Obispo. That's the whole goal. Show everybody what's working. It's a tough market. It's been a tough 3 years. Hopefully things will change at the end of the year. John, when I get through with this setup here, I'm going to take some time off. I'm not going to be creating, because it never ends. If you're at my level, there's always something to do, always something to add, always somebody needing something. I need a break. I've been at it strong for 6 months. I'm lacking on my investment because I've been concentrating more on scripting. But this next scan that's coming out is going to be like the icing on the cake that ties everything together. It's going to find the pullbacks for us. And then I'm taking some time off. I'll be trading right along with you, but there won't be anything new for a few months. Just to give you an example, I was still at this at 8 o'clock last night. It's not a 2 or 3 hour day. It's a thinking process. Then you go back to the computer and see if that works. What did I have wrong? What could possibly go wrong? What if? There's a lot to it. It's brain work. You're quite welcome. If you never studied logic, you probably don't understand what I mean, but logic is the hardest part. Did get back up there. I said earlier, if you wanted to play with it, you could probably make some more money on it. And it's giving more money, but the volume's quite low. Everyone is welcome. I really enjoy what I do. Definitely moving up. How high will it go? I don't know if I would chase this green candle or not. I would wait for it to turn around, come back down and retest this 814 level for the bounce up from this level. Don't chase it. It could come right back down. Or it could keep going up, and I'd be wrong. But that's the stock market. But the safest play would be the pullback to 814. Moving on up. Did not get to pull back. It is getting a bit stronger. We're up to 38,000 in volume. The spread keeps jumping, so be careful of the spread. With the low volume, that tells me there's not too many people interested in here. But they don't have any sellers, so it continues to go up. Still going. It's barely creeping. We do have some more buyers coming in. The volume is increasing slightly from candle to candle. Not enough for me to say, okay, I'm getting in. It's just not there yet. I'm expecting a pullback any minute. It should pull back. I mean, they're going to take profits here soon if they can get out, if there's enough volume for them to get out. In order for somebody to sell 5,000 shares, somebody's got to buy them. The ATR is the average true range of a stock. So if it moves up and down $1 each day, it would have an ATR of 1. This is an ATR of 0.49, so 50 cents a day. And I don't even know how that's calculated because this stock probably wasn't moving yesterday. So it may not be accurate in pre-market. These two labels are available on TOS scripts on Discord. Yeah, it's still 814. That's providing it pulls back. It really doesn't have enough volume. It could just keep creeping up with buyers. small amounts of buyers coming in. There's not a whole lot of sellers. You can see the seller line down here. They're just barely taking profits, and now it's laying flat. So it's not like they're going to sell it off in big volumes, but they could. Somebody could have been holding since down here, and all of a sudden they're going to drop it, and that could really devastate this stock moving on low volume. Mark, this is what we use for volume instead of volume bars going up and down. This is the current candle, which is right here. This is the previous candle, which is right here. This is the overall buyers and sellers of the entire volume for this stock. So right now the sellers are in control. If the buyers were in control, it would be a green label that says buyers. And down here is also volume. This is low volume on the bottom half, high volume on the top half. These are the buyers, these are the sellers. Right now, the buyers are outnumbering the sellers, and the stock is rising. So if this red line starts rising as well, that stock's going to start coming down, and it is rising slightly, so there is profit takers in there. It would have been nice to see a bunch of buyers come into this stock, really run it up to $12 or $14, but that didn't happen. It was a creeper. It was a safe play, actually, but it was a safe play on low volume. It was a good example for a pullback. We started way back here with it. When I marked out this high of the body of the candle, the low of the red candle, and then we got to bounce back up. That was $1 gain, or maybe 50 cents, depending on where you got in, but it was money. Chad, you got 92 cents out of it? Good job, Chad. Good morning to everyone who's just recently popped in. Thank you for joining us this morning. If You're just now getting here. You missed a slow crawler for $1 a share. Could have got a piece of that one had you been here sooner. Good job, Hollywood. Good job, Alfredo. It's actually every one of us. I'm loving it that you guys are winning, because I know some of you only been here a few months and you've already caught on. And I know all of you have been here less than 6 months, because that's about how old this is. That's pretty quick to catch on like that. Very rewarding for me to take somebody that we even have some beginners making money that's never traded, and they're just following the indicators. I mean, that's really crazy to me. But whatever works, it's a good feeling. I'm glad I could help everyone out. Skits, I'm right there with you, brother. I've been trading for 33 years, and just in the last 6 months, I've done the best trading of my life with these indicators. And if I can quit coding, I'll do even better. I need to give myself time to start trading. I've been lacking on trading and concentrating on performance and coding. Even the wife is telling me, start trading again, start trading again. I said, I am, but very rarely. But you need to trade more. Until that day, I said, man, I've got to do something. And this was probably about 1.5 years ago. I started thinking what I should do. How is it going to work? What direction do I need to head? And then, even then, it was all in my head and not in an indicator. So I put my brain in an indicator, so to speak. This is what I was doing to be profitable before these indicators, but doing it manually. Danny, it does work with options. And from what I'm told, some of it works with futures. Brave, it is something new. I'll be putting it out with the new scan that's coming out. It's actually part of a scan that I'm also testing. Rocho, that's true. We just have to sit here and wait for the stocks to come to us. But that can get boring. It took away all of our hard work. And I mean, I used to have to search the night before. Of course, I could go way back in historic times where you used to call somebody and say, hey, what's everybody buying? Now it's presented right here before us. We don't have to pay for a scanner service. GME making the slight move here. See what I mean? It just came to me. Look how little that stock is moving, and it immediately said, hey, this one's bullish. Good job, Dusty. Yeah, we'll put it back on, and it may crawl up more and more and more. Who knows? Might be worth just throwing 100 shares at it and sitting on it. Never know where they're going to go. We were all sitting here amazed one morning when a stock went from $3.75 all the way up to 60. Now, how rare is that? It's very rare, but it can happen. We've had $4 stocks go to $17 in pre-market. I've seen it all. We can get in better market times. I think it'll happen more often. Tribe, you just need to figure out what you did wrong if you gave back money. Did you get in too soon? Did you not wait on the setup to happen? There's a reason for a loss. And if you focus all of your attention on not losing instead of winning, you'll probably turn things around. There was something you did that triggered the loss. You have to study your mistakes, admit to them. This is what I did wrong, and turn them around. I make mistakes too. I have to fix myself. Dusty, that's very true. When you get emotional, when you're emotional trading, it's a disaster. ARQT, let's see. Yeah, volume's way too low. Just a bump up, nothing important. Bigger fish to fry, there's one. YOSH, spiking up. So let's see if this is a pullback. We had a run up back here. It was not very strong. I'm not expecting a pullback here, but we'll see what happens. I'll mark the low of this red candle, but I don't think it's going to pull back. I think it's going to crash myself. I think it's another fake out like back here. Rodrigo, it does not have a number. It's volume flow. I'm looking for high flow of volume. In other words, a lot of buyers coming in. When they're just creeping, they're really a risk play. Got to remember in pre-market, they normally don't have volume until news comes out or buyers start coming in or sellers. Something has to create the volume, and you need enough people participating to create enough volume to get in and out safely. It's not a number, it's the flow. The amount of the flow is what you need to look for. So if this number's just ticking away, you know the volume's good. If it's just barely inching its way up, why risk it? Not enough people interested in buying when it's just ticking and ticking. Kind of like the water faucet. When it's wide open, it's really flowing. Not seeing much volume in these other stocks. Kind of like VVOS, a few here and a few there. VVOS creeping up here again. Broke Joe, I didn't buy it either. I stuck to my rules. Low volume stocks, stay clear. That's one of my rules. I understand I left money on the table, but it's okay. I didn't take money out of the bank. That's the most important. Stick to the plan. That's how it goes. That's how you get to the finish line. Good job, trader. Good job, Dupree. Frank, I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe it's corruption. I don't know. I've never seen that. If it's a $10 stock and a $4 go by. It should be on 1 minute with the XT. That is correct. See you later, Alfredo. Good to see you this morning. Have a blessed day. Scott, I have not heard about GME, but it was active a little bit this morning. Actually, GME was active yesterday as well. I hope there's not corruption behind it like the ape stock when that all happened. Kirk, this indicator is looking 30 minutes back. So if a stock has been moving over the last 30 minutes, but it's only been moving a little bit, it's going to get a low score. And the more people that start buying it, the score will rise and it'll work its way up to the top. So the score is actually just the measurement of movement. So you saw VVOS earlier running up on slow volume. Let me get that out. And you see it has a Momo score of 17.7. We've seen Momo scores up in the 30s, 40s, 50s. Depends on how many participants in that stock. So I wouldn't use it to trade with. I would just, it's a measurement of strength of that stock movement. The trading comes on the pullback. Everyone's interested, it gives a pullback. More people are interested, it gives a pullback. More people are interested, it gives a pullback. You want to buy these dips, so to speak. I call them pullbacks because a dip could be a big dip. So I don't like the term dip. I like the term pullbacks. Come in right behind the profit takers. Well, we blew right through that 7 o'clock hour with VVOS. Mark, I'm glad you're having success with ThinkorSwim. I had trouble with it actually. Before these scripts, there was just so much there. Whose script do you really trust? Because nobody was demoing them. Like, okay, here's this. This is what it does. See if it works for you. Well, how do you use it? Everything that I saw on ThinkorSwim was an average of the past. It's like creating a roadmap and hoping that it hit the same curve later on so you could jump in. This way we're watching as soon as it happens. No more expecting the past to happen in the future. Well, it dips in August and it's back up in September. You wouldn't believe the ways I used to trade. Oh, you have to do it mathematically. Got to belong to this group. They have some good stock picks. I've been through all of it. BVOS still kicking out the profits. Hope somebody didn't sell all of it. Are y'all sitting on some? You should be. Sitting on 100, always leave a little bit to see what happens. Well, not always, but when it looks good like this, leave a little. Bob, when you get to that point, that's when you don't get in. It's a temptation. I mean, I called it out back here, and even I didn't buy it, but I stuck to my rules. Do I feel bad that I missed the money? No, I've done it before. I've left it on the table before. There'll be more. It's just that I've been stung so hard by low volume stocks. Yeah, I could have made money, but I didn't lose any, so I'm not worried about it. Maybe the next one's mine. Maybe the next one I'll have high volume and it'll jump up twice as high as this, and I'll make up for not buying that one. Never let this stuff go to your head. It's going to happen. I mean, even the guys, if you think about it, if they bought in right here, even the guys that bought it and they're now out, they're even saying, man, I wished I would have stayed in. There's always that if. So don't let it get to you. I mean, I could rub it in to you. It was $7 here when I called it out. Look where it's at. It's at 12.47. Did that hurt when I said that? It didn't bother me none. Look at it go. Why didn't you buy it, Bob? There will be more. Well, just look at it this way. At the end of the day, when you look back at VVOS, it might be at $30. Kenny, you got that right. I'm not even thinking about it. My thought was back here when I said, okay, it's a pullback. I did not get in, and that's it. No more decisions. Because this is the entry, not here. Good morning, Jimmy. But I agree. It was an easy low volume play. I just don't play low volume. That's right, Kenny. I didn't lose any, and I feel good I didn't lose any. I stuck to my rules. And it'll be at $14 soon. Thank you, Wayne, for that contribution. Yeah, sometimes I get pretty funny. I don't know. I told you it's going to 14. I can make it go down. All I got to do is click buy. See, this would be me right now if I would have bought that. This is me wondering, why am I down $200 already? Like I said, the when I called it out back here, this is where the entry was. If I missed it, I'm not interested in the rest of it. I should have bought it where it said buy. It gave a clean indication right here. But it didn't meet my criteria. I mean, what was it? 6,000 shares being traded per candle? Well, well, well. There will be more. I can change the channel. There we go. Does that look better? I got rid of the temptation. I can still watch it right here if it starts spiking. See, Hollywood, if I would have got in right here, this is where I would be right now. I would be down here. So I'd probably be down $300 or $400, maybe more. Depends on how many shares I bought. I mean, for a low volume stock, it performed good. Now I'd be wondering why I was down $500 or $600. Of course, I wouldn't be wondering. I'd have knew I'd made a mistake. Never chase them once they're taken off. So I guess if you're new here, don't go out and force a play. You're not going to make a trade happen. Your best bet is to come here and let the play present itself to you. Learn how to find that entry point. And that's basically what all these indicators are doing, is they're putting them in front of you. Of course, I'm helping a little with the support and resistance levels, but once you watch me do that a couple times, you catch on really quick. It's not hard. But the indicators are doing the rest. We kind of just sit back, have coffee. Don't panic. Take the plays as they happen. Yeah, it's starting to pull off. It's probably done its duties. I'm not seeing RDHL in my list. I guess I'll type it in. Wow, we got super zoom going on. Well, it's not in my list because it don't have any volume. Yep, it's not doing anything. Danny, not necessarily the second candle, but if it pulls back too far, I usually don't even play the stock. So right here, for example, I marked the top when it reversed. And this candle I did not mark because it went back up and retested resistance. Then it came down and I set the support level. So I wouldn't go past 3 or 4 candles. But if they start breaking past each other, in other words, a longer red and a longer red, that trade's over. It's failed. So if this green candle would have pulled down below it, I would not have traded it. I wouldn't have even marked the support level. So you can go 1, 2, or 3 candles, but I think past 3 would be risking it. Normally it's 1 to 2. Then mark the bottom when it gets that reversal again. And that would be your entry. Your entry is always going to be on support. Jim, right click. Let's see if you got this right. Right click on the name Momo and go to edit formula and make sure extended hours is checked right here. So right click on the name, edit formula, make sure extended hours is checked. Then click apply and OK. And then I come up here and I click on the name Momo and I sort them by Momo. That's all I've done. See you later, Jimmy. Leave the 3 minute there. It's not a time. It's actually a multiplier. That I'm using that space as a multiplier. If you look at the range in the code, it says 10, and 10 times 3 minutes is 30 minutes. That's the range that indicator's looking back. It's looking back 30 minutes. I'm a little sleepy this morning for some reason. I guess I stayed up too late. Scott, I just scalp. I never hold anything. I do create a personal watch list that stocks I like to play on a continuing basis. Mara, M-A-R-A, has been paying out some good money. I don't know if you're playing that stock or not. It has some pretty good swings during the day. Sometimes not big, but it can produce some dollars if you watch what you're doing. I've seen it go from 7 to 14 in the past. Made it all the way up to 20 one day. I don't know where it's at. I know it made a good move. Either yesterday or day before, it made a good 60-cent swing. We can take a look at it up here, see what it's doing, where it might go. Zoom out. So yesterday was around 1176 to 1254. And it had another run here for another 10 or 15 cents. But if you let market calm down and catch the dips on it, and it usually trades, it's been as high, it's been really high actually. You go to a 15-minute chart. So it's currently at a high, near a high. So I would wait on a pullback from here. So it's very easy to get $1 out of it if you hang on to it. And it always has nice steady volume. Melanie, usually it's just like I'll make a list. I'm making a list this morning. Like I'll be continuing to watch VVOS throughout the day. I'll be watching GME throughout the day. All of the movers I usually keep in a watch list that are moving. And if you watch them throughout the day, most of the time they're the most profitable movers. You just have to catch them on their downswings or if you're shorting on their upswings. So you should be writing the movers down each day, putting them in a personal watch list, and keep them for a couple of days because sometimes they move again. So you can build a good list just by participating in pre-market and putting them in a personal watch list. I mean, just because this stock is down right now does not mean at market open it's not going to boom and take off. Jim, that's only because I renamed mine. You can rename yours as well. It doesn't have to have the same name. It just needs to have the same functionality. But right up there where you did the edit, is the name right here. I just changed the name is all I did. No code changes, nothing like that, just the name. I like to shorten the column if I can. Name changing doesn't mean it's not working. If you see 3 or 4 numbers up here, yours is working. Yeah, I play affirm as well. Rivian is also, I play it on occasion. That would be RIVN. It hadn't showed his face in a while, though. Well, I guess it is this morning. Not moving much today. Didn't do much yesterday either. Looks like it had an end of day rally for 30 cents, so it's not really active like I like to see it. It's a maybe. That's about as far as I can go with it. It looks like the volume has died on it. Just a few people coming in. It's a guessing game. I just rely on the indicators. I don't try to predict them. In about 8 minutes, I'm going to take a 10-minute break at 8 o'clock. When I return, we'll set up for market open at 8:25. Right now, enjoy your coffee. We went through a couple stops this morning. Probably won't be another one until market open. I look at it this way. I don't predict them. I don't give opinions on them. If they're in this list and they're firing and they draw my attention, that's when I'm interested. I don't try to say like, oh yeah, it's going to be up in 1 hour or two, or it looks good, maybe you should buy it. Not going to mislead you. If it's not firing in this column, I'm not interested. I want to be where the buyers and sellers are. I don't want to be where the predictors are. You may hear some background noise. The mowers just showed up. JC, the problem with that is that some of us don't get the stock picks that other people get. So it's kind of good we all share them. Like you guys will post one that's moving and it won't be on my list, or I might have one that you don't have because the scans don't refresh. So it's fine to post stock picks. Just don't go searching for them on the internet saying, hey, look, this over here in this group, this one is good. And we kind of just want the ones that are coming off of our own system. But it's good that we post stock picks for others to see so we don't miss any. VVOS. Why is it not in my list? I saw it earlier. It's just floating around. It'll probably drop before market open. You can see the volume has drastically faded away. We're down here at the bottom of the indicator. Good morning, Vaughn. I'm going to take my 10-minute break here. I shall return shortly. Thank you. Okay, I have returned. Good morning to everyone who's just joining us. I know a lot of you don't trade pre-market, but you should. That's where the money was this morning. We didn't have some really good stock picks. We had a couple of slow crawlers. VBOS was one of them. There you can see the slow run. We called it out right here at $7 and it ran all the way to 14. We did not really play it. Some of us did because it was so low a volume, but it was a success for some, and that's all that matters. In about 10 minutes, we'll set up for market open. Really don't know which one to watch this morning. We haven't had some real good stocks come up. Maybe it's VBOS, maybe it's not. General Motors been moving active this morning as well. Maybe it's going to have some activity today. It was pretty active in pre-market. From 29 to 31.50. And it had a run here from 31.40 to 31.70. And now we're going from 31.70, 65, somewhere around there, to 32.21. Might be one to get a few dollars on today. Want to go ahead and put it in my list. I may play it. Nick, only the ones that are trading. Not all stocks trade in pre-market. But the ones that do trade are really good because that means we're on them as well. As soon as they start moving, we're notified. Walter, it changes frequently. Well, if I could click the right button, I might could get it up there. Yeah, VVOS making another run. It'll probably sell off before market open. They're not going to run into market open with it way up there. They're going to take that little bit of profit. If they don't pull it back, I would be very surprised. So 1188 to 1399. You can bet they're going to run the spread up on this one. Nick, that is correct. You have to have EXT, extended hours selected in active trader. Good job, Skits. Let's see what it looks like on a daily. Can't really tell. I don't have active extended hours on it, I don't believe. Because it's way higher than what I was showing on a daily. I'm going to run this pullback scan up here. I'll have to squish it in a little bit. Right, I'm going to move the 50-minute over here. So this scan is looking for stocks now that have been moving over the last 50 minutes instead of 30, with the same setup, the same chart. I'm going to leave the all stocks down here. It's a pretty good scan as well. We'll see what happens this morning at open. Robert, you can use percent change or Momo. I've been kind of leaving it on the Momo because I want to know that high scoring stock when it works its way to the top. And the only way you're going to know that is sort by momentum. I'm also going to be watching the high flyer scan. That's definitely one to watch. Over on another monitor, don't have enough room. About 3.5 minutes to go. Be very careful at market open. It's going to get very volatile in this column. Even I won't know heads from tails when the market first opened. I'll be watching for stocks to spike up, make their way to the top. And if we see a big green candle, I'll be trying to mark a pullback. I won't be chasing green candles at open. I know some of you like to do that, but I done learned my lesson a long time ago. If I see one spiking up, I'll click on it, try to mark the pullback for the next run up on it. And that's what you should be doing. Don't rely on me to do it. I'm here for instructional purposes. You need to be doing it on your own computer, marking these pullbacks and making that money. If you don't know what a pullback is, attend this live stream tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and catch it from the beginning as I walk through everything. We're pretty much going to be watching the market, no instructions at this point. First 20, 30 minutes will be pretty volatile. I'll be trying to make a trade. You should be as well. Jimmy, you can watch whatever you want. I mean, percent change is good too, because that's going to be the stocks that are rising the most. It's a preference thing, I believe, but this also tells me if how many buyers are coming in. And when you get a high score over here, chances are the percent change is going to be high as well. When you see this little up indicator, that means the current candle is moving up. About 30 seconds to go. Good luck to you. If I go silent, that means I have nothing to say. I may be in a trade, or I don't see anything worth talking about. Do your best. Thumb through them as they come up. Try to get you an entry, because shortly after 9 o'clock, it'll probably die. But good luck to you. Here we go. So what I'm watching for is these numbers to increase. I mean, they're just popping up, maybe filling some orders that were pending right now. I want to see, I'm more interested in these top 2 or 3 as they make their way up to the top. Also interested in this scan as well, but it may be too volatile for the market currently. This scan is watching for pullbacks. Not seeing anything real stable up here yet. MNY moving slowly. Last candle 66,000. Kind of a cheaper stock. It's struggling at the moment. It's MNY. Number 2 up here at 23%. We may get a pullback here, maybe not. It's a cheaper stock, probably not much money in it. Might pick up 10 or 15 cents. I'm going to pass on it. Let's take a look at GME and VVOS. GME making a pump up here, could get a playback out of it. Could be a pullback right here. There we go. Should bounce right back up. Possibly break through and continue on. Turning around now. See if we can get it to push on through 1620. Looks like it's going to fail to me. Buyers are keeping up with the sellers. Yeah, it's going to drop. Too soon to try to play the pullback. It seems to be selling off right now. They don't always work out, but most of the time they do. F-sell here, cheaper stock on the move. We don't have anything up here in the top position. Not a whole lot of volume in the market this morning, just a few stocks really moving. Volume is really sluggish. Try GME and take a look. GME on the downfall. See what Mara's doing. Mara's kind of channeling to the right. RDHL, they say. I don't know. Doesn't look too promising with that big wick on the top. Like they're battling it out. RDHL still trying here, cheaper stock. Volume dying away. US slow crawling, just like the other one this morning. Has a bit more volume though. US, nice volume, slowly moving up. Very few sellers. Might get the occasional little red candle from the profit takers. Shot is on a pullback here. This is the pullback scan. It should find the next green candle after the red. Looks like I finally got all the garbage out of the list. That one's working fine. I used it all the time. I don't care what time of the market it is. I'm looking at this one. I mean, if you look, that market opened, it immediately told you this stock was rising. So why not use it all the time? You don't have to buy it market open. You can wait till it calms down, but you can use it all the time. This may help you to get a stock play right at market open. We're all still really testing this indicator. It's not that old. Maybe a week and a half, week and 2 days. I haven't looked at the scan. You're going to have to learn it. But I think you can start playing it the moment you start seeing crossovers. Just monitor when you see a crossover, monitor that stock and see how it performs afterwards. Then you'll know if you need to wait till the market calms down, or if you can play it while the market's going crazy. You'll have to learn what works for you, because what works for me may be totally different than the way you trade. In order for these things to work, though, we need volume. Without volume, look at this. It's like 13,000, 14,000. I'm not impressed with the volume at all. So what happened here? Let me check this scan one more time. On the minute. That looks better. Had the wrong scan up there. I'm still not impressed with that dominator scan. It's not giving me the results it's giving me when I tested it last night. It should be catching the crossover. This is not a crossover of the lines. Looks like I got more work to do, more testing to do on that one. So the Dominator scan is going to need some more work done to it. I don't know why it's not doing it. It passed the test 100% last night, but during market open, it's not performing. I'll have to look into it. Unless it's my ThinkorSwim. Giving me false positives, that can happen. Think we're starting to turn around here. I know this scan is starting to work a lot better. I've eliminated a lot of the garbage out of it. So what I'm looking for here, this is a pullback scan. It's looking for that first red candle. It's actually looking for this first green candle after a red candle. So it could be like this even. It could be 4 red candles. And then when it hits this green candle, it should post down here. And it's also confirming that the moving averages are stacked as well, just like the high flyers. So it's looking at stacked moving averages and a red pullback, which will make the trend of the stock should be up with a pullback. So down here, I'm looking for a volume spike, a score, not necessarily a high score, but just a score. And I'm looking for this word up to appear. Also, I'd like to see all three, a score, a spike, and up. but I may not get them all the time, but it did find a pullback. It is going up. The stock is trending up. But weak volume, it's going to be hard to tell how long it's going to go up. You don't have the up. I do. So like this one, I would like to see all three line up. There's the red candle and the next green. We have a score, a bullish, and an up. It's already had a slight pullback. The problem is we don't have enough volume in the market to drive it up. So you can see the moving averages are stacked in the proper order. The stock is trending up. Now we spotted the pullback. Now we need volume to make this work. And I can't put volume in it. We have to wait on volume. So here's one in the first of the list. This may have been a red doji candle here. You can see the reversal. The buyers came in. It is saying that candle is up. But we're not having very much volume at all. The orange one is the 34. So the way this is sorted, I'm sorting it by volume spike, and I'm waiting on up to appear to the right. Like that one. There's a red and a green. And it's got a score. And if we had volume, it should pull up. So it's putting us right on them. See you later, James L. Have a blessed day. So there's shot. This was probably once red. It's a doji candle, and it's taking off, and the up just popped beside it. Looks like we're pulling back. I see red in the column. See you later, Raphael. So that was definitely a good find. So basically what this is doing is it's finding high flyer stocks with a pullback. But we don't have enough volume in the market today to drive them up. GMAC, you'll be able to change whatever scan. That's why I use one watch list and then I just change the scan. So you'll be able to use it on any of the scans. I even had it on pre-market this morning. What we need is a good strong spike with a score and an up. And we don't have enough volume this morning to really pull that out. We all know how good the high flyer scan is. This is an excellent scan. So we're basically using the same setup as this scan, but I'm also looking for a score and I'm looking for a pullback, looking for a green candle after the red ones. And it can be multiple red before that up gets posted. You're welcome, Pedro. Monitor the buyers and sellers. That's the real truth of the market. If you don't monitor them, you're guessing at what a line might do. Thank you, Francisco, for that donation. Every little bit helps. God bless you. Yeah, it started dying out earlier than 9 o'clock even this morning. I was noticing a volume drop. I'm getting the right stocks. I'm getting the right indications. I'm just not getting the follow through. See that first one right there? That's beautiful. I mean, is it going to go? We have stacked moving averages. We have a pullback of 4 candles. Now we have a green one, but down here we see the sellers are outnumbering the buyers. But I was notified of the pullback. It's not available yet, Mike. I've been working on it for about 2 weeks. I'm kind of fine-tuning it. I did a lot of programming to it last night. I mean, it's been working, but it's been finding pullbacks. Even when the stock was dropping in price, it would find a little bump up, and I had to eliminate that. So if we just had the volume to drive them now, we'll be good. We'll have every pullback right here. Maybe not every one, because ThinkorSwim won't do that for us. But we'll have most of them right here. Mike, I test a lot of things live in front of everybody. I also have other people help me test sometimes. And I don't really release anything until I'm satisfied with it, and those testers are also satisfied with it. I don't want to stick something out there that may not be exactly what we all need, and it may cost somebody money, and I always avoid putting it out there too soon if I can help it. Really dying off now. Don't even have any volume spikes in the list, and there's quite a few here. Probably 40, 50 in the list. You're welcome, Lance. Have a blessed day. And MY. YOSH. VVOS. Everything's pulling back. Let's see what Mara's doing. Everything's pulling back. SPY is falling, of course. Market needs to take another breath of fresh air and start moving in the other direction. The SPY is falling pretty hard. Made a small run up this morning to about 458 and started pulling back. Yeah, I agree, Robert. I think it's going to take a new administration, but we don't want to go there. I start wars every time I bring it up. Habanero, are you in my area? I think you're in Houston, right? Yeah, I remember. Took me a minute, but I remembered. We are red, nothing but red in the volume spike columns. See you later, Robert. Have a good one. God bless you. So I had somewhat of a successful test with this scan. Now I need market cooperation to see if it's right, to see how good the tuning did. Because when I have just a little run up and then a red market, there's not much I can test when I'm looking for stocks that are going up in a down market. Of course, we've been doing that for 3 years. I'm getting pretty good at it, actually. That was a nice little bounce on Mara for about 25 cents or so. Probably could have got 20 out of it. It's a lot of money to spend for 20 cents, though. I know this stock will pull down in the $8 range, 750 to 850, somewhere in there, and that's when you really want to play it. Because then there's a great possibility you could run it on up to 12, 14, 16, $20. I mean, currently it's been bouncing from like 9 to 12, which is really good profit. Thank you, Daniel, for that donation. It's greatly appreciated. Now we have no volume spikes anywhere. A few, but I call that none. The market is dying. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, there's a link to it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the videos, comment on the videos, help me get my YouTube ratings up. That's the only way I get paid, for giving away all of these great tools and helping you get on your feet with trading. Comment on the videos, let YouTube know if I'm doing good or not. That helps. If you're not a member of our Discord, you can join our Discord. There's a link at the bottom of every YouTube video in the description, or I will post it here this morning. But if you join our Discord from this live stream, please go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's also where I release all of the new scans and indicators. They come out there first. That's where I make a little bit of money. I will get an explosion in volume on that video, and I may earn $10 or $12. That's about it. But over the long term, it helps. $10 or $12, hopefully every month or so. But it hadn't been working out like that, because YouTube is kind of like the market. It's down as well. I'm hoping it'll get better and pay for all this effort. I want to thank all our Patreon subscribers that have joined Patreon and made their donations to keep this channel going. It's greatly appreciated, and God bless you. I hold these live streams every day from, well, Monday through Friday, but every Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Come over here and join us. Make some money with us. A few of us made a few dollars this morning. Some of us didn't. Come learn what we do. Join our group of investors. Once you learn, you can also pay it forward and help new people coming into the Discord. You can help them get started once you get educated on it, and that way we're all helping each other, and that's what makes it work. So come help me build a community together. Let's get this thing going. I appreciate you joining me this morning. See you later, Dusty. Have a blessed one. You're welcome, Francisco. Thank you, Rodriguez. Appreciate you joining us, brother. Have a blessed one. Thank you, Peter, for your donation. It's greatly appreciated. Bless you. Thank you, Nick. I'm giving it a strong effort. I want everybody to be winners. You're all professional traders. You just don't know it yet. That day will come if you hang around me. I've done it to many. Bless you too, Nick, if I didn't tell you. Thank you, K. Trump. You're welcome, Peter. I'm glad you can make it. See you later, Skits. Have a blessed one. CL, you say? Do I need to have the slash in there, /CL? I thought so. Looks like the market done played its course. The money is in pre-market. It has been for a few months. If you got lucky, you caught something at the open as well. So make sure you join us for pre-market. It's a lot calmer. It's easier money to be made. And at least you're making something instead of fighting the battle after market open and waiting for everything to sell off. Yeah, it's kind of just bouncing around. It's giving some indication that it wants to go. Same to you, Jim. Have a blessed one. Not much for me to comment on. There's nothing happening in the market. It is going down. It's going down the rabbit hole with the rest of it, I guess. So are you expecting it to go down or up? So you don't know the direction, but it's going up or down. I can guess that as well on any stock. It's going to go up or down. I'm just joking with you. See you later, Ron. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day. See you later, Broke Joe. Have a blessed one. See you tomorrow. I'll be out of here too in a few minutes. Thank you, Inbound. See you later. Go for it. Appreciate you joining us. Have a blessed one. So I suppose CL is going up in anticipation that it's going to be positive. See you later, inbound. Have a blessed one. I do sometimes, not often, but I do. Over 33 years, I've probably done a lot of things. I know I've done a lot I shouldn't have done, but yeah, on occasion I do. So did the news come out on /CL? See you later, Alex Tan. Have a blessed one. So I'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to kill this YouTube live stream. I got to stay on schedule here. Got lots to do today. Appreciate everyone who joined us. Everyone who gave a contribution, thank you very much and God bless. And I will see everyone in the morning at 6 a.m. I appreciate it. Thank you and bye-bye.